The book!
It is a sad tale of the witch who guards this fortress. A sad tale.
Oh, no. No. We're going right into murdering women.
Hero. Yet pity is not something he can feel anymore. He is blind to it.
And possibly deaf to it as well.
Evil creatures will be laid aside for revenge. And so goodbye, once beautiful Malphas. You will trouble mankind no more, and when you are gone into the void, know that love destroyed you in the end.
This Valentine's Day on Netflix.
So unlike the previous boss-only fight against Cornell, this one actually has something of a level beforehand. We're not jumping straight into the boss yet.
I say this a lot, but dig in the architecture.
Yeah, a lot of this level takes place outside. Poor Adolphus.
We hardly knew ye.
This is one of the few times where the logs indulge in the author being killed as he is writing the log.
It's a nice touch.
Well, I must say, some of the jumps between camera angles in this area are pretty strange. And in some of the later levels as well.
Sets up the scale really nicely, though.
Mm-hmm. So this is one of the sneakier collectibles in this area. Because it's in this whole other section down here. Gotta fight some trolls for it as well.
Snatch that troll's ass up and beat him down.
And finish it off with a nice shoryuken while we're at it.
Holy shit, man.
It's been a while since we recorded commentary last, and I've forgotten how great the combat can look.
Oh.
You know, for all the game's flaws, it has some great presentation. And here's our reward.
More magic.
Yeah, so we even get an alternate exit through this. We have to sort of use that shoulder bash. And it takes us right back to the starting area.
Oh! Clever.
We're going to be seeing the shoulder bash a lot in Chapter 5, which I've just been recording recently. It's one of my favorite chapters in the game. Lots of crow's heads in the architecture as well here.
This is a little Assassin's Creed.
Funny you should say that.
If there was a basket of hay at the bottom of that, I would. I'm out.
Okay, this is the same microphone as I usually have, but I think I should stay a little further back here.
It's a new setup. You just get in the hang of it.
Oh no, it's our new enemy, a piece of cloth.
Get the video camera out. The bag is flapping in the wind again.
So, this is a new enemy. This is the Sword Master. It's actually one of my favorite enemies in the game. They are fair, but extremely tough enemies. And I absolutely love them. So, this is some of their attacks. Also, that's the life drain that we used earlier. However, they still have more attacks, so we're going to show an alternate take here. Most of their sword attacks can be parried.
Ooh.
And they're also unique in that once they are stunned, they don't have a QTE. They're just instantly finished off.
Oh. You can take the sword and stab them?
Yep.
Oh. This makes me so happy.
Also, don't try to grab them before they're stunned, otherwise they will shock you and do extra damage. It's just a shame you don't really fight sword masters that often, because I really, really like them. They're really fun enemies. And there are still more attacks that the sword masters could do. We'll be seeing them a little later.
I gotta love the variety here. The burbs are back. Oh, Hitchcock is gonna sue.
There weren't nearly enough blackbirds to make a pie. So here's the other big attack that the Swordmaster could do.
Oh!
Okay, well that's one of them, but that's not the big attack I wanted to show off here. We'll get to that in a minute.
They look like they're trouble in a group.
So Swordmasters can charge their swords with lightning, and they can electrocute the pools of water that are around the arena.
Oh, that's
so yeah,
cool.
you could see like you could see those pools of water, and they also have a slower version of the attack that takes a little extra wind up, and you can interrupt them in the middle of it. Oh, and also here's the light magic version of the fairy attack. It turns them into suicide bombers.
Are we adding that to the count?
If you want, yeah, sure.
Damn it, now I have to go back and actually count.
And that's just the on-screen deaths. Well, we can't reach that Brotherhood arc yet. No matter how much I try. Still remember that log from earlier, which was basically trying its best just to say, you know, replay previous levels, and to say it in a way that didn't sound fourth wall breaking.
It feels like almost Metroidvania, but not quite.
No, it's more like trying to think like Bayonetta-ish, where there were certain items or like secret missions that you could only access by
once you've upgraded.
Yeah, by like getting Wolf Within or Crow Within.
Yeah, I remember that now. It's been so long since I played that, though.
Also, this life gem always gets me. It's the corpse right next to the health font. and I almost forgot about it again. I was thinking, wait, I'm missing something. Oh, there it is.
He does blend a little.
Yeah, it's really well hidden. Anyway, time for the boss fight. And this boss fight is it's pretty heavily scripted, but I still like it just because of the high concept of the atmosphere, and it's also highly reminiscent of a particular boss fight from another franchise, not a Konami franchise though. Also, we're gonna get the sprint thrust. Basically, it's a knockback attack. For when you have the sprint shoes. Alright, let's go defeat this crow witch.
Here we go. Alright. It's not ominous or anything.
Crow! All right, so this is the part where Gabriel fights the Helmaroc King.
I may not be hip enough to that reference.
That's the remember that huge ass bird from Wind Waker, the one that kidnapped your sister?
Yes. Okay.
Also, we're just murdering the Crow Witch's children and also throwing its eggs back at its face.
So there's a little Billy Hatcher in this game. I like it.
If Billy Hatcher was a boss that you fought in that game, yes. And he threw his eggs at you. Also, Chainsaw is not very effective against the Crow Witch children, or the Crow Witch sons, I believe is the name. But it's just really cool to use. This is just so unnecessarily cruel. It's very in character for Gabriel. Also, I love this finisher. It's what I can only describe as the world's most unnecessarily elaborate pile driver.
You remember when Undertaker threw Mankind off the top of Hell in a Cell?
This is more like after that, where after that when both of them got back up onto the ceiling, and then they tried to do a basic pile driver through the cage of the ceiling.
And failed.
So again, like mechanically, this is a very simple boss, but I really like it.
It's cool.
This is like the definition of style over substance, but the style really holds it together.
Mm-hmm. Plus, I mean, for being a bird witch, it's clearly not a human woman, so we can't add it to Gabriel's kill count here.
We'll make it half a kill.
Okay, this is 0.5.
Yeah. No, you cannot carry any more fairies, Gabriel. You've reached your quota.
Ooh.
This is the same as before. So I just fast forwarded through it.
I was saying, it can't possibly be dead. It's not.
It's getting there. You know, might be dead soon.
We're working on it. Make a wish.
Oh, come on, Gabriel. You almost hit the cameraman. That was very rude. Tell my husband I love him!
Bye-bye, birdie! Okay, now the Hell in the Cell comes down.
Oh, hi, Pan. Always seem to come by at the most convenient times and then leave for no good reason.
This level's got everything. We destroyed a castle, we wrecked a bridge, We killed a bird.
Well, we got rid of Malphus. I can't remember whether Malphus is the name of another enemy type or boss type in Castlevania. I assume it is. But I'll have to look that up later and update it in the thread.
Yeah, I'm not as up on my lore as I should be for this.
Well, that was Chapter 4. Chapter 5 is going to be much longer. It's going to be several episodes long, and we're going to see some more traditional levels out of that. I'm very excited.
Excellent. As am I.